So, yes, that was a movie from my first trailer called Enlightenment. And yes, I did get punched. Anyway, today I'll be talking about consistency. It all started when I was a small boy, around 10 years old. I've always loved actors, directors, producers, you name it. I kept it in my heart, and it's not a secret that most kids in my age would love to be in the footsteps of their most favorite childhood TV actors. However, when I was 16, people would discourage me when I would tell them that I wanted to become an actor. They would say, "Hey, Emmanuel, do something more doable. It's really unlikely for you to become a successful actor. Just to be cool, just to give in, just to be cool." I gave in to those negative comments and decided to do something more doable, as they would say. And I decided to focus more on a more doable subject called engineering. When I reached senior school, I saw a lecture. I guess many of you guys have seen such kind of lectures where they say, "Believe in your dreams, do what you want most, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise." I looked at it and I was like, hey, I want to do what I love. I don't want to live hating my work. I don't want to wake up hating my job and go to sleep hating it more than I woke up with. So at that moment I said, yes, I want to become an actor. I want to live my dream. So I had to get something on my CV, some practical experience at first. So I started going for short film auditions, feature film auditions, and theater auditions. However, I live in Denmark, I don't speak Danish, and the main criteria of becoming an actor at all in Denmark is to at least speak Danish, which I don't. That kind of discouraged me a lot. I was really frustrated. And I was like, why? So a couple of weeks afterwards, the school said that we all have to make a project. So I said, hey, if really nobody's gonna give me a role in their movie, I'm gonna give myself a role in my own movie. So I started off writing a script. I was really enthusiastic. I was like, hey, I can write a script. Here we go. First script, as you can see, horrible. No storyline, bad format. Right now I hate it, honestly. But everything starts somewhere, right? So I said, okay, let's do another one. Second script, better, but not acceptable. It looked more like the story now. It had at least the same heading, as you can see. Moving to the third one. Okay, my final script, I loved it. According to me, it was more or less close to perfect. And now I had the script ready. I needed the equipment. I messaged the school that I go to school. I arranged meetings with them and really asked them to buy the equipment for me. And I'm really grateful that eventually, after many messages, after many letters, they did buy me the equipment. So I was really happy about that. And now I had script, equipment, what's next? Actors, production crew, director. I asked my fellow classmates to act in the movie, which they did. I'm really grateful for that, by the way. Someone said he can hold the camera, another one said he can fix the light for me, and now I just need the director. So I asked one of my best friends to direct the movie for me. And so we started moving to production. But I had to more or less fix my time with the time of the actors. I had to be more flexible. Usually it's the other way around. So since I did not want the actors to spend so much time, so much of the leisure time doing the movie, since they were still students and still had to balance it. So eventually we agreed on a day and we started production. Production first filming day. It did not go as I expected. Everyone was ready on the set. We had the actors ready, director was there, production crew, held the camera, lights were on. Only thing, the microphone did not work. I think that was the worst filming day that I had. Because we eventually stayed there 3 more hours and it became evening. And this meant that the people working on the sets got tired, they got hungry, and most importantly, they got annoyed. And trust me, it's really hard to work with someone who is annoyed. So me and the director had to keep a cool mind, keep everything, had to tolerate a lot of pressure. And as I went back to my room and looked at the shots, I figured out, hey, this is not how it's supposed to be. And that was the first day. I was acting, the first experience that I had in my life, and it didn't go as I expected. The filming itself was okay, but eventually people were mad at me. They said, oh, on a real set this would not happen, and this really discouraged me. I started getting thoughts again. They said, hey, Emmanuel, stop it. Cancel the project, do something else. And I was this close to cancel it all off. Anyway, I took my pride back and I asked the people to come in again for the second filming day. On that day, actors, they did their job perfectly. Director did his work. I did my work too, obviously. And the production crew filmed, put the lights on, just amazing. However, when we looked at the shots, the lighting was horrible. Completely horrible. You couldn't see anything. And that's when my heart started beating extremely fast. We had two choices. We either cancel the whole movie, we've only done one scene before, we can cancel it, or we reshoot a whole filming day. Because having a bad scene in the movie was not part of the plan. So I said that, okay, we gotta refilm it. Director agreed to it, and I was actually scared that my actors would get annoyed at me, but surprisingly they weren't. So to some extent, I'm really glad that they were still nice. So I think we should move to something more familiar with you, to someone who has done more great things than I have. His name is Abraham Lincoln. His mom died when he was a teenager, maybe a little bit younger. His businesses failed multiple times, trust me, multiple times. His wife died, and he failed 8 times election. 8 times, that's a lot of time and money wasted. 8 times, before he became the 16th president of the United States of America. And his story, my story, just to get this clear, I'm not comparing myself with one of the greatest men, okay? I'm not, completely not. I just want to get the message across, the principles. We both suffered. He obviously suffered more than I have. We both spent a lot of time. We both sacrificed a lot. But at the end, we were still consistent. And the message that I want to tell you today is that in every project, whenever you start a project, you are hyped at the moment, at the beginning. You say, okay, yes, I want to do this, let's do this. Trust me, after 2 weeks in, you won't have that feeling anymore. You'll have the feeling, I don't want to do this, I want to stop, I want to do something else. But what I'm trying to say here is, continue the project just the way you started it. Be consistent with what you do. And all that taught me about patience, tolerance, obviously consistency, but most of all, it taught me that ease is a greater threat to success than hardship. Thank you very much.